What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Steph, also known as the Freckled One. In today's video, you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a mini review on the Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint and the Bright Fix Eye Brightener. These two are really popular right now, and I want to show you what all the fuss is about. Is there a reason for all the fuss? You'll have to see. But before we get started, per usual, I want to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. Hello, welcome to the channel. We are so lucky to have you, and I hope that you enjoy the content that is to come. And for the special subscriber shout out, today's video goes to Ashley McFerrin. Thank you so much, Ashley, for sending those really kind words wishing my dog well in my update video on where I've been. I'm happy to report that he's doing a lot better, and I do think that we're gonna get a few more, hopefully, years with him. And so thank you so much for just sending all of that love this way. Without further ado, let's get into the demo and review. All right, so first things first, I am going to use the Fenty Eaze Drop in the shade 6, which is light medium with cool neutral undertones. On Sephora, it is described as a lightweight, buildable to light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smoothed in flexible shades for all. So I'm just going to apply a little bit on the back of my hand. I have used this a couple of times, and I feel like I've kind of figured out how I like to use it, and I prefer dotting it on first and then blending it out. And I'm just going to use a beauty sponge. I don't know what this one is, I forget, but now I'm just going to start patting. And I am going to look in a mirror off to the side. This shade currently is a pretty darn good match for me. I just think once I get a little bit tan, which is probably going to start happening really soon, I don't think it's going to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to try and use as much as possible before I have to put it away. The only thing that I don't like about using a sponge with this product is that it soaks up quite a bit. Granted, my sponge is wet, but I have tons of other products that don't do this. I don't know if it's because it's primarily, maybe it's heavily water-based, but I don't like wasting product. And I did already put a little bit of bronzer in my on my eyelid, and then I did my brows. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more. Let's see. I mean, that method works, but I just soaked up so much more product on here. But I don't like blending things in with my finger. I'll try it. I don't like it. But after working with this for a couple of weeks now, I really do love it. I just know that if I used this primarily in my routine, I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because of it soaking up so much in my sponge. But I think it gives a really beautiful finish, really light coverage. It still looks like my skin. I think it's a great product. All right, next I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener in the shade 07 Deep Butter, which is described as warm for light to medium skin tones. On the Sephora website, it's described as an under eye brightener that hydrates, brightens, and conceals with sheer to buildable coverage, delivering a no makeup effect and long wear formula. I don't normally use warm toned anything. To be honest, I just had to do a lot of research to see which shade would fit me best, and it seemed like this one would be best. I don't normally put it on the back of my hand. I squeeze it out on this bulb that they have on here. So I'm gonna try and recreate that. I do not like this packaging. I think it is very silly. I don't understand it. I am going to put this all over even though it's supposed to be an eye brightener. I mean, ideally I don't really use like concealer just under my eyes, and I don't switch them out, like one for my eye and one for the rest of my face. I've been trying to get this to work all over. I just don't know if it's my favorite. This packaging is just, it's very messy. I think it's hard to control how much product you get out. So I have over squeezed out product multiple times using this. But let's see how it performs. I'm just going to take the excess on my sponge here, and I'm just going to pat out the concealer. I love the texture of this. It's like a beautiful serum. You know, that no makeup look is totally becoming a thing, which is great because that has been my vibe forever, really. Looks very natural, not very much coverage, but it definitely did brighten underneath my eyes. I don't know if it's the shade that I got that doesn't really match. I mean, in person, it doesn't look too warm. On the website, they have 16 shades, which I think is great because if it is really just used or intended to be used as an under eye brightener, I think 16 shades can totally work for everybody. I think this is a nice product. I'm not like head over heels, oh my goodness, about it, but even with the warm undertone on top of the cool undertone of the Eaze drop, like it kind of still seamlessly blends together. So here is the close-up. I got a couple of other things from Fenty that I've never tried before, but I mean, they've been around forever. One of them is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I got the shade Banana. Oh my gosh, look how cute. It has the tiniest little puff. Ah, it's so cute. Okay, I'm just going to see. This is scary. I'm just going to pat. Does it have a scent? If you've used this before, can you tell me in the comments if I'm making that up? Powder seems to have a scent. And I just really want to set my under eye. I don't know about this thing, even though it's really cute. And that looks pretty good. Before I do the rest of my makeup off camera and give you my final thoughts, I'm going to take off this chapstick because I finally purchased the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. This has been a cult favorite for years, and I have just never purchased it, and I finally have it in my possession, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to put on a little bit of lip liner. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude liner. All right, let's try it. I've heard that the like flavor or scent of this is really, really nice, so I'm excited. I expected it to be less pigmented than it is. Am I being wild? Is this the original shade? The scent of it isn't what I thought it would be. It's a lot fruitier. Thought it would be a little bit more of like a warm vanilla coconut summer vibe, but I don't mind it. It's just not my like absolute favorite. I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup off camera and then give you my final thoughts on all of this stuff. I'm back. Here's the finished look. I actually really like how this turned out. I think my skin looks really fresh. Let's do a roundup of all of the products here. Eaze drop. I do really like it. I think it leaves a really beautiful finish on the skin. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go through this really, really quickly. It is like sold out everywhere right now because it's like the TikTok foundation of the week. But I really like it. I do. I'm gonna have to get a new shade. Hopefully they restock soon because 6 is definitely gonna be too light for me. Do I think it's worth $29.50? I don't know. I think For someone like me that has so many like skin tints and tinted moisturizers and foundations at this point, this is, I don't know, the price point is a little bit high for knowing that I'm not going to use this every single day. But I think if you are someone that doesn't have like a foundation collection necessarily, then I do think that this would be a really good investment, and hopefully it would last a while for you. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. I still really like it, and I'm gonna use it. On to this new little friend here, the eye brightener in the shade 07 Deep Butter. I mean, it looks, I think I look nice. I look nice right now, but I think the applicator is the silliest thing in the world. If it wasn't for this bulb that has no purpose whatsoever, then maybe I would change my mind, but it is $25. You get 10 milliliters of product, but I think that would go very quickly because it is so hard to control how much product comes out. I think they should have had not a bulb shape, but you know, those like metal slanted oval shapes that like cool under the eye. Because this is an under eye product, I figured that's probably why this bulb exists, but it's not like it's cooling, it's not soothing, and it just makes a mess, and the mess stays on the bulb, in the cap, and I don't really like that. So I will hold off on repurchasing this until they fix the packaging, because me no likey that, me no likey. And you know, as for the product itself, I do love how serum-like it is and fluid, but I just have better concealers out there that perform similarly, if not better. And so for me, I'll give this a 5 out of 10. And you know, this isn't a review on either of these products that have been around for ever at this point, but I loved the powder. I think I just need to use a brush and not that really adorable little powder puff. I think it's a really good shade match for me. And then the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I thought that I would have liked this a lot more than I do. I don't, like, the scent isn't my favorite, and then I didn't want it to be as pigmented as it is. I'm more of like a sheer gloss kind of person. But other than that, here's all my Fenty stuff I got, and I'm still happy with these purchases. I'm glad I was able to review it for you, especially these two, which are very popular right now. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this mini review, and until next time, take care, be safe, and be kind. Bye.